What's up, y'all? Nice. All right. Just a little M8 beat for you there. Um, Yo, what's up, Unite and Create for Life? How's it going? All right, so let's switch it up a little bit. I am going to play something on the Lofi12XT, and then we'll get started here. Much appreciated. Dude, I appreciate you saying that. Nice. All right. And then, yeah, that was a beat on the Lofi12XT. That beat I made for a video. It's coming out tomorrow. It's about like live performance tactics on the Lofi12XT. So some of the stuff that I did there, like muting out and dynamic type filter changes or whatever, stuff that I talk about in the video tomorrow. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. But yeah, I want to get something brand new started here. So we're going to select a new project. Let's try this one, I guess. I'm going to save the changes. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for saying that. Really, really appreciate that. But yeah, new project's just going to take a sec to get loaded up here. And yeah, the plan for today is what I want to do is try to figure out more ways to have these devices work together in tandem. The Lofi12XT, which has a very tactile interface. You've got all these pads and, you know, various controls. The step sequencer is pretty cool. And then this device, which is a tracker that does not have a lot of that sort of tactile stuff. It's more of like, you know, button presses or whatever. It doesn't have a lot of buttons on it. So yeah, I want to see if I can take advantage of some of the features on this and sort of use this device to maybe trigger samples from this device and kind of like get the best of both worlds, basically. Because this thing is great for, I don't know, files and having samples loaded up. It's got like a ton of options that you can do in that regard. So that's the plan, is to like try to make a beat using both devices, maybe have this thing triggering slices from this or something like that. So let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna get some new patterns loaded up here. What's on this one? Oh, this has one too. Dude, heck yeah. No, well, there wasn't anything on that. That was an interesting little beat there. Yeah, we're gonna start on page 2, so I don't get twisted here. All right. I think step 1 is probably doing the MIDI stuff. Let's get that out of the way before I get to cooking here. So I've got my handy dandy MIDI cable, and this thing's flopping around. Yeah, that one's chill. In fact, you know what? Let's listen to that really quick, because I don't even know what the heck that is. Nice. Dirty Art Club. No, I never heard of them. Is that what genre is that? They do like hip hop type stuff? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check them out, man. Sounds pretty sick. Appreciate the recommendation. Man, I'm vibing on that one. I think that was one that I made possibly on the last stream as well. I do not remember though. Okay, but yeah, on to the business here. Okay, so what I did, I plugged the MIDI cable, MIDI out, going out, and then it's going in to the M8. I think this is the in. There's no text on the back there, so there's like arrows, and it's the arrow pointing like this down. So I think it's the MIDI in. We'll find out though. So yeah, what I need to do here is I need to do some MIDI settings very quickly. Config, or function. Oh yeah. What am I doing here? Function system. Yeah. Dude, heck yeah. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by for sure. All right. So yes, MIDI track. Yeah, and we have one going out on channel 1. I think that's fine. I'll have to configure this in that way as well, which is chill. This is all good, I think. Project channel, auto channel. We're going to chalk that up being correct for now and troubleshoot later if we need to. So this is important though. So out 2, I need that to be MIDI. And then TX note. Transmit note, yes. Transmit control change. I don't know if that's important, so I'm going to leave that off. Don't care about clock out. Command. Let's just leave all that off for now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think really the main idea here is transmitting note. TX note is what I want to do. So now it's sending notes out on channel 1 for track 1. So let's, I don't know, maybe see if that even worked. Oh, whoops. Whoa, dude, it already worked. That was so easy. So now I'm pressing pads on this and you're hearing the sound of the M8, which is going into the in on the Sonicware Lofi12XT. But yeah, it's mono because that's what the M8 is, so I can't play chords. Bummer. But that's not important because really what I want to do with this is trigger sample slices. So I'm not super interested in like, yeah, all that type of stuff. Okay, so we're already off to a great start. Now what I'm going to do is, I guess at this point I want to load up a sample to slice, and then I can, yeah, trigger the slice markers by pushing the pads on here. There might be more work we need to do with the MIDI settings, but I think for now we're in a good spot. So let's find a sample, shall we? Songs. Yeah, where do I, oh, to do, here we go. I feel like I did one of these on the last stream. Let me listen. Pretty sure that was the one I did on the last stream. Let's listen to this one. Yeah, that one hits hard. We're gonna use that. I'm not even gonna listen to the whole thing because I don't need to. Okay. So first off, let me test just putting some slices in and seeing how pressing the pads on this thing works. So let's try that. And then we're gonna do lazy chop because they added that in firmware 5.0. If you don't know, check it out. Definitely screwed that one up. Let me pull it back a little bit. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the timing of this sample is. Man, I probably jacked that up. Yeah, this needs to start later. The joys of chopping on the M8. They're unlimited. Man, I'm gonna screw this up. All right, let's just overwrite that for now. I think we've got enough slices to work with. Because yeah, really I just want to test how I'm gonna be sequencing this stuff. So we're gonna change this to slice file mode. And so theoretically I can press these pads and you can see it's triggering MIDIs, but it's like the notes are very high. The way the slices work is they start on C1, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna have to go down all these octaves. Do. And you can see now that I'm pressing these, I'm triggering the sample slices. It's velocity sensitive though, which I don't want it to be. I want it to be max volume, so I need to figure out how to do that. I guess maybe I could just do that from the sound page. It's still velocity sensitive. You saw me turn it off though. Maybe there's a MIDI setting for it. System, MIDI, or no, pad. Velocity. Hard, soft, 127. I think if I put it at 127, it'll just like always be the loudest. So that should work for us. Okay, that's sounding good. The other thing I wanted to do is like when I push the pad, I want it to kind of one-shot mode, you know what I mean? Where it like plays the whole thing and not just whatever you'd call that, gated or note off, to use MPC nomenclature. But let's see if I can, I think it's through the envelope, perhaps. Definitely not. How do I make it one shot is the question. Maybe I have to use a different envelope. Ah, there you go. I think that's it. And you're probably hearing all those clicks. It's gonna drive me crazy. Put some attack on there. Okay, this is working as intended, which is good. Because now basically what I could do is I could sequence these notes. Let me try to find some slices I like. Those sound pretty chill. So, like this. So it's like a 4-bar loop. And then I have to change the tempo too. I'm not sure what it should be. Cool, so 87 seems to work there. And yeah, so I put the sequence notes in the Lofi12XT. The sample's not saved on here, it's just the MIDI. And then it's sending that out and playing the slices that I marked here. Pretty chill. And why is all of this important, you might be wondering? The reason why is that this device, you can't set more than 15 slice markers per sample. It's kind of strange that they designed it in such a way, but yeah, you can only assign 15. Which is not great, especially if you have a long sample. You can record up to 40 seconds on this device, so there's like, you can work with a lot of material. But yeah, you can't have more than 15 at once. So this is a great way to work around that, because basically what you can do is have, you know, not unlimited slices, but you can have like many more than 15. You can see all of these keys could do different things depending on how many slices I have on this device. So you've got a lot of options in terms of like working around that limitation. If you pair this with a device that has the ability to set more than 15 slice markers, then you just use the piano roll basically to trigger the slices. So we've got something pretty chill here. I'm gonna get some drums loaded in, and then what we can do is come back to the slices and work on something a little more unique. Alrighty, just gonna save some sounds in here. Oh, nice and loud. Okay, oh, because the pad sensitivity is off, so it's gonna trigger things at max volume. Oh man, it's not great. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with that in a moment. Because yeah, once we get to the kick and the hi-hat, I'm gonna want the velocity to be velocity sensitive and not just be at 100, so, or 127, so I'll have to figure that out. This will be good though. All right, this kick sounds sick. Yeah, we're gonna record that in. And again, it's at max velocity, which is kind of a problem. Let me, because yeah, I definitely want to do some kind of like lower velocity on this one for sure. So you can manually adjust the velocity. That worked here, but if I wanted to play something live, I would definitely need to adjust those settings, which we're gonna do on the hi-hat pretty soon here. Whoa, I noticed something kind of weird. I noticed that these pads are, or these two, are triggering MIDI notes on different channels. Which is not the intended behavior. I mostly just wanted this one to send the MIDI notes and not the other ones. So let me go into the settings and like figure out how to not have it do that. MIDI track. I guess I could just maybe push these all off to like the side 16 Because yeah, what it was doing was I was auditioning hi-hat samples and it was like cutting it off. And I was like, what the heck is it doing that for? And it's because it was sending MIDI notes on those tracks. So it was like adjusting the sound or something. I don't know. All right, but yeah, so we're going to shift all these over to 16 because 16 is not a track or channel that I'm using. So that should be fine to send that all on 16. All right, let's get back to looking for a hi-hat. It's pretty chill. Oops. Yo, Samurai Chill. What's up, man? How's it going? Oh, whoops. Let me fill these hi-hats in real quick. And then we're at 87 BPMs. I'm going to change that real quickly. Whoops. Yep, there we go. What's going on here? Nice. Okay, I think this will work. Stop playing. Okay. Yo, oh, the Octatrack. Dude. Yeah, I remember you mentioned you picked one up. Dude, that's sick. How's the learning curve on that one? I hear it's quite challenging, but once you figure it out, you have like a lot of power and potential and stuff. But yeah, how are you finding it so far? Pretty tricky, or do you have experience with other Electron boxes? All right, so we got to save these in, or sample them in, I mean. So I've got the two here. And yeah, basically I want the open hat and the closed hat files ready because I'm going to record them both in on one track so I can slice it. Not even have to deal with the parameter lock workflow. Thank goodness. So yeah, let me play these. I might turn this one up actually. Oh, what's that all about? Got this freaking thing at the end. Well, whatever. I'll just deal with it when I get it saved in. Okay, recording them now. And then we're going to slice it up. Voice mode. Yes, voice. Slice. And then I guess we only need two. Although I will do a third one because there's a weird noise at the end of the hi-hat, so I need to like trim it at that point. Yeah, whatever that is. That sounds good. That sounds good too. And then whatever that is. Okay, so we got our hi-hats. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier though. The problem is that I want these to be velocity sensitive. They're not right now. I have it triggering at max volume for the, the sample chops. Maybe there's a way I can use this instrument perhaps to like not be velocity sensitive. I don't know exactly how I would do that though. M8. How do you ignore velocity sensitivity? Is there a way to do that? Slice? Amp? Methinks there's not. I'm gonna check the MIDI settings really quick. Oh, bro. Record velocity. You think that would be the ticket? Let me check. Okay. And then to test this, I would need to go to my sample chop track. Oh yeah, and then I also need to turn the pad velocity to linear. No, it's still velocity sensitive. So that doesn't do it. What else could we try here? Note change, control surface, sync out. Oh gosh, I don't think there's a way to do this. Oh, it's a little like the Lofi12XT. Not that hard. Used to get one, I think you'd pick it up quick. Dude, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, they look sick, man. Definitely some cool stuff you can do on there. A lot of cool creators that use it as well. So, dude, I'm stoked to hear what you end up cooking with it. All right. Yeah, I don't think that there's a way to do the velocity sensitivity off here, which is kind of a bummer, but it should be fine. In the meantime, I guess I will. Oh, I just realized these notes are all at max velocity anyways, so it's okay if I turn it off for a little bit to do the hi-hat part. Pretty chill. Okay, let's get the hi-hat dialed in then. All right, so we got basic rhythm down. Maybe it's time to come back to these sample chops. Getting a little repetitive over here. But yeah, now I have to do this pad thing again to 127. And yeah, let's try to play something else. Yo, what's up, Simon Lane? What's cracking, dude? I'm good. How are you? right, so we got kind of a chill pattern here. And some of the other things that I can do, since the sample instrument or whatever you want to call it is on the M8, I can use the M8's effects and filters and stuff like that to further adjust the sound. So I've got even more sound design and control options. So let's try like a low pass. Big crush. Sounds interesting at a lower pitch. Reverse. Nice. So yeah, delay sounded pretty sick there. Kind of a little washed out towards the end. It's hard to kind of finesse it. I think it's either go all in or you don't use it at all. Okay, but let's take a look at the waveform again. There's actually a lot of parts of this sample that I didn't even slice, and I'm very curious if I can press certain buttons on this to trigger the correct slices that I'm inputting. So here goes nothing. No, it's not doing it. Dude, that would have been sick. Because the thing about this is like you're using these 4 buttons to like kind of jump around in the slices. It can become quite challenging to get to where you want to be. But it would have been nice if I could just press pads to be like, oh, that's what that one sounds like, that one, etc. Not how it works though in the real world. Yeah, definitely 100% not how it works. But yeah, let's finish putting some slice markers down. I don't know, maybe I can do it with like the drums playing or something. I'm gonna mute this. That's the end. Dang, I've never sliced by like having the drum loop play as well. It's kind of an interesting like guide, basically. Oh man, dude, I just realized if I put slice markers before this, it's gonna totally jack up the slices that I sequenced here. Uh-oh, maybe I just won't even bother with this first part. Pretty familiar sounding. I feel like I've already worked with similar sounds. Okay, we're gonna override it. How many slices do we have? Do we have 1 kajillion? So that's 16, 32, 48. Yeah, there's like probably 50 slices that I put in here, which is like, you try doing that on this device, not gonna happen. It's only geared towards 15. But yeah, now we've got a ton of sounds that we can play with. If I press the play button, I gotta unmute. me save this pattern and then save it again as a copy, and then I'll clear the note data. Clear the note data, yes. And then yeah, try and play something else with the new slices I added. And then something else we can do with the M8, which is really cool, is it has this like kind of ping pong looping mode where basically when the slice ends, it can like play backwards. Here, I'll show you. Forward PP. Alright, we gotta get that recorded in before I forget how to press these buttons. Okay, so I need to make the sequence longer. Or no, it's already 32. I think this will work. So the sample does already have bass, but it would be, wouldn't it be fun for us to play our own bass line instead of using the sample space? So let me like try to load up a bass sound that is compatible, and we'll see if we can jam on it. This one's beefy. It's a nice deep sub bass. Oh my god. What is that even? You can hear it's got like vinyl kind of crackle on it. Maybe I found this sound on a record or something? I have no idea. We're gonna record it in though because I like it. Oof. Strong little clip at the end there. Okay. Whoa. Nice and loud. Okay. I'm into it. What do I need to do here? 12-bit mode off. Turn it to mono, because we're not trying to play no chords with this thing. And then I also want to do the envelope. I want it to like release a little bit snappier, so it's like, I don't know, I feel it works well with bass sounds, where right when you let off the key, it just like stops playing the sound. That should work. I might have to do a filter too, because it is a little bit dusty. Or maybe I'll leave it on. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, gotta figure out what notes are in key, of course. That's always gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna put a high pass filter on the sample as well, because like I mentioned, it does have its own bass, but I think I could do something better, maybe. So let's do high pass, and then I'll open it up quite a bit. Just really want that low end to like kind of to create space for my bass, basically. Bro, not even messing with the sample chops. I think that'll work. All right, let's do some practicing. So it's boom, 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 boom. I think that's it. Not too bad. We're going to try and add some other layers now. kind of interesting. What is this? It's got a lot of bass on it. Yeah, I kind of want some like electric guitar or something maybe on this. I feel like a horn is maybe too busy because it already has that kind of like flute sort of area occupying that frequency. Let's find a guitar. Whoops. Dude, I kind of vibe with this sample. Shush, I say. Okay, yeah, this one, I don't know, it's speaking to me. It's speaking in tongues to me. So let me, I'm just gonna record it in and see if we can kind of jam with it. Nice and loud. Gotta set it to mono, for sure. That sounded tight. Alright, so I've got this set up in a way where, yeah, the guitar is gonna like kind of come in and out, sort of. So that like higher note that I just put in, that one's only gonna trigger on the third bar. So that's what this one is. And yeah, the main riff is just gonna be this one note here, and then the one note, and then the higher note. But yeah, the even higher note will appear once later on. It's basically the way I've designed it. So yeah, it doesn't get too, you know, repetitive, basically, with a little bit of variety like that. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for like additional percussion, maybe. This one sounds pretty tight. I'm gonna have to do some parameter lock stuff, so if you're not familiar with that, you're gonna learn. You'll be learning today. Yeah, because basically I don't want to burn a whole track just having this one sample loaded to it. Not very efficient. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record it in, which hopefully it's loud enough. Yes. Okay, so we've got this sample recorded in on track 7. And I want this to play on the snare track, basically. So let me figure out the timing of it, actually. Nice. So it sounds pretty cool if you bring it in like right before the snare hits. It's like a kind of like a flam or something. I don't know the technical term, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I know where I want it now. And the other thing that's relevant to our discussion here is that this is, what slot is this? Teach me what slot it is. This is sample slot 25. So what's important about that is that I'm going to go to the snare track, which is track, is this it? Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to input a note right here. And then I'm going to parameter lock a different sample to be triggered on this note. And the sample slot that we're looking for is number 25, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So when it gets to this note, it should play the snare roll that I was just, should play this basically, but it's not playing it from this track. It's playing it over here. So yeah, let me adjust the timing of it too, bring it in a little later. Alright, it can have unusual behavior if you're doing the micro timing with it. So let me try doing it on this step instead. And then we're going to parameter lock it to the other one, 25. Already sounds much better. Okay, so that sounds great. And now what I can do is I can delete this track or delete this sample. Well, not the sample, but basically just clear it out so I can use it for something else. And it's not just triggering that one snare roll because now I have it parameter locked over here. And then I'm also just gonna like make this a little longer so it doesn't happen every single time. I only want this to happen on the first time, and then I will delete it on the second one. Not too bad. really use rides that much, but this ride sample sounds kind of sick. You might be able to like chop it up and figure out how to layer it in a way that sounds halfway decent. Very jazzy. Okay, let's, we'll record it in. I think this is the additional percussion that I may have been looking for. All right, and you'll notice that I recorded it twice, and you might be wondering, why did I do that? And the reason is, let me get to the slice here. Voice, slice, yep. So basically the reason why I did that is because I want the sample to have, how do I describe this? Basically, you can adjust the pitch of sample slices independently from other sample slices. So you could have one that's -2 semitones, one that's regular semitones, one that's +2 or whatever. So the reason why I recorded it twice is because I want the first sample chops to be in the regular pitch, and then I want the second set of sample chops to be a different pitch. So it'll kind of give the illusion, sort of, that maybe they're, I don't know, different ride hits or whatever, however you'd call that. But yeah, basically it'll give me a little more flexibility when it comes to sequencing them, because I'll have different pitches and therefore different kind of like, I don't know, ride hits or whatever, if that makes sense. So let's try it out and I can demonstrate this. Gotta figure out what the slices are first. Okay, so we've got all these put in. Cool, so now I can do that thing I was talking about. So pad. So this is like the first time that I played the sample. And then this is the second one that I recorded in. And so with this one, I'll make these all -2, I guess. I don't know, sounds like chaos, but let's hear how it sounds with the beat playing. I'm not really sure how to play these. This is like kind of tricky. Not too familiar with ride patterns, but yeah, I feel like if I kind of just jam it out. But you can see the difference though. It sounds very clear when you're hearing it without anything else playing, but with the beat playing, it kind of like does give you the illusion that there's maybe more to the sample. It's kind of the point there. Heck yeah, appreciate that, Guts. Nice. And yeah, I was looking for like kind of an FX type sound, just something sort of Star Trekky or something, beeps and bops and boops, to add as this final layer here. This thing's kind of weird. It's got an interesting tone. I think we can work with it though. So let me record it in. Oh wait, hold on a sec. I think I gotta make it louder. That should be fine. Wonder what it sounds like at different pitches. Oh god. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty chill with this one. Probably could do some like pattern variations and whatnot, but yeah, I think this one's pretty good overall. Probably need to do more work. That's the tricky part about this workflow too, though, is that I've got the sample on here with the slice markers on it. If I wanted to save it and then load it back up later, I would have to also load this up and get the configuration set up. So it's kind of like you lose the streamlined workflow of just using one device, which is kind of a bummer, but it is helpful to, yeah, use other devices to kind of like get the best of both worlds in a sense. All right, so yeah, that was that beat. Let me check the clock here, see where we're at. Hour 15. Yeah, I think this one, I might just call it a little bit shorter than I normally do. But yeah, I appreciate y'all sticking around. Thanks for tuning in and keep an eye out for the video tomorrow about the Lofi12XT. Got some cool tips about live performance that you can check out. But yeah, hope to see you on the next one. And until next time, peace.